Simulcast, the Neil Haley Show, and the Mitchell S. Karnes Podcast with our host, Mitchell S. Karnes. Mitchell, great news. All those interviews you've been doing are now available on YouTube. Soon will be available on the website. It's got to feel great to now kind of branch out from our short interviews we do every week to doing this.
Yeah. And I appreciate more what you've been doing from your side of it, coming up with the questions and leading the dialogue. I appreciate that. But it's been fun. Got to do more of it, and so I'm trying to schedule those. But I like being the one asking them and giving them opportunities to talk about what they do.
Exactly. So let's kind of dive deeper into some specific things, Mitchell, about latest updates. I guess, first of all, let's talk about book 4. Tell us about that.
Yeah, just finished the final edits on book 4, so it is now to the publisher. It is coming out the first week of July as opposed to the last week because we have another bookstore already scheduled for mid July. So we're going to get book 4 out for that one. So I'll have all 4 available. I've got Franklin's Main Street Festival. I'll be in a booth this weekend, Sunday morning at from 9:30 to 11 is my slot. And so I'll be there with all 3 of the books that I have right now. So come see me and just talk to me if you've already got my books and come say hi. Then I'll be at the Killer Nashville conference in August, and I also have one at the Nashville Fairgrounds and the book publishers and editors convention.
See, I think it's fabulous. It's great news for you in so many ways, Mitchell, to have these book signings and getting to connect with your fans. Talk about that feeling of the readers and they've read your book or they're excited to meet an author.
Yeah, and the last book club, it was all ladies. It was a Nancy Story in Johnson City, and so I got to meet with them, and they actually had a really nice dinner setting, and my dad got to come with me. And they asked some really, really good questions, mostly about how did I create the character? How did I come up with the idea? What's my goal with those kinds of things? What's the Christian aspect? And how, as a pastor, can I write something, that dark? And so we got to even talk about that niche where the gritty Christian genre that we're working with and how tough it was to get into that publishing field.
Right. And that publishing field is a crazy environment, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's growing. I'm seeing more. I was just reading a book the other day. It's about sex trafficking, but it's from a Christian angle.
Oh,
And so,
wow.
yeah, it's a really dark story, but it has a redemption coming in the end. And so, more and more authors are getting out there, and publishers are taking that risk. And so, I'm enjoying being a part of that, even being part of the Brave Authors group. There's 12 of us that get each year. They pick authors who are tackling those difficult questions and difficult subjects. And so I was invited to do that for 2026 and might be for 2027. We're already talking about that. But we are bonding together to help each other in promoting those things.
Why do you think it's to get they said to get that Christian message in there, but it's hard truth. So you're battling a lot of Christians that say, no, you shouldn't be doing this.
Well, yeah, they don't want to think about it. They don't want to deal with it. They want to just kind of close their eyes or put the blinders on and say, those kind of issues don't affect us. And that's like what I used to when I was doing a youth minister. All the kids would always say, all the right answers are church or Jesus, in kind of a sarcastic way. But we need to be real about that because the answer is Christ. He is the only answer to all of those things, and we can um, blind our eyes to it. We can turn away from it. Tim Tebow is really, really dealing with that whole sex trafficking issue, but he's facing a lot of flack for it because
Really?
people don't want to hear it.
Are you kidding me? See, I would think for a book or something, but if you're trying to end a specific thing, why don't they want to talk about that? That's just that I don't get
They
that.
just don't want to hear that those things are going on. They don't want to see the stories and think about even a 7-year-old girl being trafficked for sex. They do that, and so it's hard to get people to listen. It's hard to people to get involved in it. And some people just don't want to be associated with that kind of subject.
And they don't, and that's disappointing. I mean, because we gotta figure out ways of hurting the ills that are happening in our world today, for sure. Now casting for the series.
Yeah, yeah.
In May it comes up, so it's coming up soon. I mean, how do you feel about this? You got to be
I'm
just really,
excited. I'm
really
excited
excited.
because I'm really, I guess, a little nervous about two specific characters, Susan's character and Skylar's character. Who's going to play that? Because that really got some depth to them. And Kim Petrosky Casting is doing that, and they did, work such as The Help. I can't remember all the others off of hand, but it's a big time casting agency, and they're casting for my series. So it's fun to see that.
So how are things going? Everything is ready to go. When do they look to film?
Yeah, when they get that done, we are all set for the 1st of August. August 2nd is the first day of filming. So they've got all that lined up. They have the main characters who've been working together on their dialogue a little bit. So I'm get to be a bit part on the very end of Watergrave. And publisher said we will find out probably by January of this year, but even before Watergrave series comes out next summer, if we're going to be doing books 2 and 3.
Oh my goodness! I mean, wow. And so and basically everything's going well. What about any of the funding? You said you're doing funding for this too, for the film, right?
Yeah, they have a Kickstarter campaign which is supposed to be kicking off May 1st. So that'll come out, and that's supposed to just kind of supplement and bring in proof that they can raise the money so that the other investors
And if they
coming
have
in with
emails, we can talk about how Media Giant Productions can help maybe
okay.
send some of those out with our amazing automations. But I'm just excited, man. And your goal of the number of live events coming, everything, the podcast, your newsletter coming out very soon. A little late in April, but we'll be getting this soon, right? The newsletter. Okay, for people that
Yeah,
are
and that's
always
just
ready
my
to
fault
read.
with everything else going on. Like this year, I've just finished book 4. I've got to do a novella for Brave Authors within a collection. I think there are 3 authors involved in that, and it's on kind of these gritty things. It's about survivors. So all 3 of our stories will be survivors. There'll be a key element of jewelry in each of our stories. And so I'm doing mine, and mine is on sex trafficking. So that's why I've been doing a lot of research on that. And mine is from the identification side of it, and it's the character is right there in a Williamson County school in a very, very affluent Brentwood area, under your nose, going to school, and no one knows that this is what she goes with in her real life. And so it's about picking up on the signals and identifying all of those so that they can try to help her.
All right.
And then
Yeah.
book 5 has to come out in January. So I've got to finish that this year as well.
You're busy. Can't believe we're going to be summer very soon. I hope it's
know.
beautiful this Saturday at the event. And I appreciate Mitchell for you stopping by. Good stuff.
All
Mitchell
right.
S. KarnesAuthor.com. And you can get an autographed copy of his book. And just go to MitchellSKarnesAuthor.com, click on it, and take care of it. Appreciate it, Mitchell.
Yes. Thank
That
you.
was the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Mitchell S. Karnes Podcast, guys. Take care.